Good morning, gardening friends. Today is Sunday, August 4th. It's about 7 o'clock in the morning, and it's going to be a beautiful day. Right now it's on the cool side. I'd say it's probably in the high 70s, low 80s, and the humidity's not too bad. I guess that storm in the Gulf is getting rid of some of the humidity for us. Debbie, I believe, is the tropical storm. It's not slated to come to Alabama. It looks like it's predominantly going to hit Florida. But I did do a little bit of gardening in readiness for it in case it should come this way. And I'll tell you more about that later. Here you can see my Mexican petunias are blooming. Flowers only last for a day. And of course my butterfly gingers. The autumn carnation encore azaleas are starting to really put out some flowers. Ooh, I see I have to replenish the bird bath. It's been getting into the near hundreds every day. Actually, a couple of days this week, the absolute temperature is supposed to be 100. So we shall see. I watered the backyard good yesterday, but I didn't water the front yard. Kind of overdid it a little yesterday. I've got a little bit of a headache today. But be that as it may, I was out in the yard, which is always good stuff. Here you can see the loropetalum has really thickened out nicely again. I may come in here and trim it back one more time yet. Maybe cut it to about here, just to have it thicken up some. Well, the bees are working over the encore azaleas. And my needle palm is doing really well. This is a seedling needle palm that I had. I moved it about 3 times or 4 times till I got it to that location. The exciting news this week is, I just noticed it yesterday, I have a spider lily blooming. I have a bunch of these. Honest to God, I probably planted about 50 of them in the backyard and front yard. And they take forever to establish and just kind of bloom sporadically. I even forgot I had planted one there, but it's come up. The fig tree was a little the worst for wear due to all the rains and winds, so I did go ahead and stake it up and used the little either twist ties or rope to get it standing up again. The sable minor berries are still looking good. Oh, here's some ripe ones. And back in there, it's nice and thick. You can see the limelight hydrangea is doing well. And these caladiums have done exceptionally well. They're really big. What didn't do real well are my beans. I'm probably going to yank up what's left and just deal with the blank space for now. I wanted to show the bananas. The bananas are really taking off. I do try to keep the lower leaves off so that you can see oncoming traffic. And I've got some sporadic blooms on my magnolia. There's a bee working one over up there. Yeah, the beans just are not coming up really well. And I think it's it's time to just sort of call it quits. Those bananas have done really well. I need to cut out some of the dead. Well, I want to cut out some of the dead. Pretty it up a little. I've got a lot of flowers on my cucumbers. I don't see any fruits yet. I harvested one. Oh, what do you call it? These things. Gambas. Don't know what I'm going to do with it, but I've got it at least. Okra. Couldn't think of it fast enough. My tomatoes are giving me some ripe tomatoes. They're looking a little better. Ooh, I see there's some dead back in there. I need to water this. I haven't been watering the front yard as religiously as I water the backyard, because most of the stuff other than is in pots should be able to take it. I did get rid of the couple of burn frond on the Australian tree fern. Mandeville is still doing well here. And my double datura is doing well. This is what I did in readiness for the tropical storm should it arrive here. I took probably a 5-gallon bucket of satsumas off of this tree, as well as the 2 trees in the backyard. I left some satsumas on the tree, but at least now enough weight has been removed that this tree is no longer sagging into the walkway. Ooh, here you can see the, what is that, the trout lily? No, toad lily is doing well. It's finally risen above the holly. This green and white ivy has done well this year. This one was the one, if you go back in some of the videos, this one was the last one to take over. The first one over there filled up the first year. That one was about half full the second year. I think this is the 3rd year now. And now this one is pretty much half full, so it's finally taking off. Just have to have patience. There's my orange angel's trumpet. Not blooming yet, but it's nice and green. I did find out I sprayed these air potatoes, and because we haven't had a lot of rain, I think the spraying actually worked, because I don't see a lot of beetle activity. Typically, if you jostle the leaves, the beetles fall to the ground, and I don't see any, so that's a good thing. And the new leaves on the top are coming up untouched. Oh, I hear the hummingbird is behind me saying, "Get away from my hummingbird feeder." I apparently have 3 hummingbirds now. One spends all of its time securing the hummingbird feeder, and the other 2 seem to raid it. Only one has a red splotch on its neck. I don't know if that means it's a male or female or whatever. Yeah, this one, satsuma, I took a lot of satsumas off of. There's still quite a lot up there. I want to leave some to ripen, so we'll see. I may take more out when these ripen a little more and get a little heavier. Plumbago is starting to bloom. It's a nice blue color. I like plumbago when it spreads out and sprawls on the ground. It makes a nice ground cover. And this satsuma has really popped back up again, which is good. Those satsumas are quite heavy. Each one of the buckets that I filled with satsumas had to easily weigh, oh, I don't know, 30 to 50 pounds. And I took 3 of those buckets out. And I did buy a couple of boxwoods to fill these urns. Liza, I saw this morning, she was up on the urn. We have a lot of cat activity. I am becoming the crazy cat man of the neighborhood because I've still got Miss Mimi inside. And Oscar is the ginger cat. He's hurt his leg, so he's a little limping right now. And Liza is the black and white, the tuxedo cat. Well, 2 other cats have appeared now. Dee Dee, don't know if it's a male or a female yet, but I'm calling her Dee Dee. She is a tortoise shell cat. She's not the same like a calico cat has orange, brown, and white. And the tortoise shell is brown, black, and tan. And then the last but not least is Estragon. He is my black Scottish fold. He is a mess. So now I have to have 3 things of food for the cats because they tend to all come at the same time. Oh, I don't know if you can see it, but there is Anna the banana spider. Oh, I caught her net, or her web. Hopefully you can see that up there. Oh, there it is. I have to go up more. There's another one that's forming a web over here. Must be a cat out here because the birds are squawking. This crinum is blooming more and more. A little bit more flushed pink I see in the flowers. My yellow rose is doing really well. It has a good fragrance, lemony fragrance. Knockout rose. And this set of strawberries is doing well. In fact, you can see a flower. And this one, not so much. It just catastrophically died. I put some more dirt in it. Is what it is. These encore azaleas are looking really good this year. This is the time of the year they usually bloom. August, September. Here's my white angel's trumpet. Not a lot of fragrance yet. The pink angel's trumpet is humongous already. Here's some fruits on my Serenoan repons. Yeah, the pink angel's trumpet is right there. I still, as yet, don't see any flowers on it, but they will come eventually. And of course, this angel's trumpet is the peach color. It's almost grown like a tree. It seems hard to believe that that dies back to the ground every year. For some reason, I am losing one of my those things. Oh, lavender. Yeah, that lavender's okay. I don't know why. I think it was from too much rain. Right now, we're not getting an awful lot of rain. We maybe get a ½ inch every couple days. There's still leftover evidence of the oak tree that's underground here. When I bought this house, it had 3 big oak trees probably 100 years old. They were so wide you couldn't get your arms around them. And a storm split one in half, and it took another one out about 5 or 6 years ago. So there used to be a big one here and over here and in the front yard. So suddenly, and they were as tall as these big cement telephone poles, because this telephone pole used to be tucked behind the oak tree. Couldn't see it. So it's amazing how things change in a garden due to necessity. So suddenly all of the palms, which used to be an understory plant, suddenly became the main plants in the yard, which is okay. Gardens change. I did finally take out the coleus cuttings that I had started last winter. Those. And this coleus is doing really well here. It doesn't wilt anymore. It likes this spot. And let's see what's going on back here. The white angel's trumpet is here. And there is the pink one. And it's got leaves on it already, so apparently it did catch. There's my bromeliad in the lion container. That bromeliad can stand freezing, or at least in this spot, because I think I only brought it in one time last year. Of course, the Spanish moss is still doing well. I can smell more fruit. There you can see a cluster of fruit where it fell into the tree itself. I think if we go around here, yeah, there's another big clump there and another one here that'll follow. This has had a lot of fruit this year, and there's some more up there yet. The squirrels have finally gotten tired of eating that fruit. They leave it alone. Let's see. Bougainvillea is still blooming. I can see it from here. It's always covered by the satsuma tree. Let's take a close-up look of it. They do have thorns. You do have to watch out with bougainvillea. Nice color. And my Gara is doing well. Ooh, bees are working over the Gara. It's still nice and cool. There's where I put the boxwoods that are going to go in the urns. I think I said Liza likes to jump up in the urn when all the other cats are around and has absolutely crushed it flat. So I used to have boxwoods in these pots, the ones over there. Put them in pots for 3 or 4 years and then plant them in the yard. And I got tired of them and I wanted something with some color. And this was a mistake because I bought these lilies of the Nile and they have yet to bloom. I'm losing patience. Oh, there's Oscar. That's why the bird is squawking. These pitchers are still doing well. I've been catching a couple of flies in the house and putting them in the pitcher plants. This pitcher plant, the Sarracenia, I don't know, it doesn't seem to have openings for bugs. It's like it doesn't have the same opening like that one does. You can stay there, Oscar. You don't have to run away. Oh, silly Willy. I don't know about these air layering of the bat-faced Kufia, because of the cats. There's a lot of cat activity and they like to bonk into things. But I like the cats, so that's okay. I also don't see any flowers yet on my plumeria. But that is about it for the day. I'm going to sit here. Oscar's going to try and eat. He's really pointing out that there's not a lot of food in there. And I will wish you all a good day. Oh, I haven't looked up there in a while. The white crepe myrtle is doing extremely well. All kinds of pollinators are up there working it over, and even the hummingbirds tend to attack it. I was sitting here watching. The hummingbirds tend to come about 9 o'clock in the morning and eat or drink. And I got a couple of roses blooming. So there you have it for today. I hope you all get to go out in your gardens and enjoy them a little. But try to stay cool and hydrated. Till next week, take care for now.